Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog. Today I'm going to work on a project that I have started collecting for, but I was putting off. But in light of making more things, I'm just gonna dig into it and see how far we get. I wanna make a brooch lamp. I've seen different pictures around on like Pinterest and stuff, and I think they're really fun and really cute. And I have been collecting like it's kind of a combination of brooches, which I think of as like a fancier pin, I guess, and enamel pins, and I kind of want to mix both together on this lamp. This is the lamp that sits next to my spot on the couch. I actually have 3 of these lamps. I have one upstairs in our bedroom, and then one is just in storage because we had changed the layout of something at one point, and so it didn't have a home anymore. So if I hate this and I screw it up, I can always swap it out, I guess, for the one that's in storage. But I hope that it turns out okay. So we'll see how it goes. I have a whole bunch of pins here. Some I have collected from like antique stores around here. Some are enamel pins that I've just bought from various shops. Some are from Amazon. And I know that I have not anywhere near enough to make this as full as I want it, or even to go all the way around the lampshade. But I'm just gonna start, because the one thing I don't want to happen is I spend all this time and money collecting enough pins to do the project the way I want, and then I start to put them on there and then I hate it. So we're just gonna do it and we'll see how it goes. And again, if I hate it, I can either swap it out or get a new lampshade, because I know that pinning these on here is gonna ruin this lampshade. And it's probably not gonna be that easy because this lampshade is like plastic on the inside. So I don't know, we'll see how this goes. So yeah, I have like some pins like this one, which is pretty huge. And this fun tiger one, ow, I just stabbed myself. But then I also have like this little Monstera enamel pin, and this one that says read more, etc. I have a vintage like Girl Scout pin somewhere. Oh, here it is. And just fun stuff like that. And I'm just gonna kind of mix them together. We'll start with the tiger one because it has a nice thick thing, and I just hope that it'll puncture this pretty easily. We'll see. Ooh, okay, so it went through okay, but now how do I get it back on the other side? Ooh, this is... Okay, I'm definitely, I think, gonna take the lampshade off. Okay, so now let's... I am rethinking so much of my life right now. Okay, so first one on. That was much harder than I expected it to be. We'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna do this now and hope that, we're just gonna hope. We're living on a hope and a prayer. This week I have finished 2 audiobooks, which is kind of a record for me. I don't listen to audiobooks nearly as much as I read physical books. But I don't know, between work and exercise and long walks and stuff, I've just been listening to a lot. So I finished The Paris Apartment by Lucy Foley and Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. Both were very highly entertaining. The Paris Apartment was fun, but I felt like the twist was revealed way too early, and then you were just waiting for resolution, and that like last part of the book dragged out a little bit. But otherwise it was pretty good. I do like Lisa Jewell's... Nope, sorry, that was Lucy Foley. That was my first Lucy Foley. I think I'll read some more by her because I did have a good time reading it. Don't Let Him In by Lisa Jewell. Normally I really like Lisa Jewell's books. I haven't read like a ton of them, but I've read a couple. And it feels like she always takes a fresh, unique kind of approach to what she's writing about, and I like that. But this time I felt like it dragged out way too long, like so much longer than it really needed to. Yeah, you knew what was happening way early on in the book, and then you're just like waiting for this guy to get caught, and you know he's gonna get caught, like he's gonna get busted, but you just had to wait forever for it to happen. And I expected a different twist than what the ending twist was, which I guess is, I mean, good for her, she got one on me, but the twist the actual twist was way less satisfying than what I was anticipating. So it was okay. but it's not my favorite Lisa Joel, I guess. Okay, this is a lot harder than I thought it was, so I need to focus. Okay, I'm officially a little traumatized. That is so much more difficult than I've ever thought it would be. The enamel pins are fine because you just punch them through and put the back on, but the pin back brooches where it is attached to one end and then you put it through twice and attach it, like hold it on the other end. You know what I'm talking about. Those are so hard with this type of lampshade, but I really like the way it's turning out. So this is what I have so far. It does not look like that much, I suppose, but like it's so cute. So I'm gonna need a lot more. So this will be kind of an ongoing project, which is probably good because if I have to put that many of those brooches on all at once again, I might cry. I broke one. I broke the Girl Scout pin. The back just snapped off of it, so I'll have to see if I can figure out a way to reattach that or maybe attach some sort of pin back because that'd be so much better. Also broke a nail, so that's fun, but I think it was worth it because I really like how it turned out. So now I'm gonna put this back on and put the lamp back and keep hunting for more pins, I guess. If you have a favorite pin retailer, tell me because I'm really picky, I have found. There's a lot of pins out there that I like, but I don't want enough for this project. I don't know. This will probably be quite a long thing because like I said, I'm picky. So gotta keep my eyes open. Anyway, there it is. So I just got a bunch of moving boxes from Walmart. I was talking in my last vlog about wanting to find a way to kind of gamify decluttering. And I haven't figured that out yet because I don't want to count items. So I don't want to just do another Min's game or like the 1,000 item challenge or anything like that because I just want to get rid of stuff. I don't want to have to be nitpicking, coming through things and counting items or deciding, does a pen count as one item or just 10 pens or is the whole bag of pens one item? Like, enough of that. I don't want to do that. So what I did instead was I ordered 25 of these boxes from Walmart. It's a medium-sized moving box. I wanted to get the large, but I didn't want to pay that much for cardboard. So I compromised and got the medium instead. And I got a set of 25 of them. And my goal is just to fill them all. And I'll see how quickly or how long it takes me to do it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like having the empty box there, I have found motivates me to want to fill it. But I don't always have boxes from like things I've ordered on Amazon or things I've bought or whatever. So to kind of solve that problem, but also capitalize on the fact that an empty box makes me want to fill it, I bought boxes. Is that a good idea? Don't know. My husband thought it was a ridiculous idea because I'm paying for boxes that I could get for free with things I buy, but I don't have the patience to wait for the off chance that I'm going to buy something that comes in a big enough box. Also, someone tell me why we have packing tape that doesn't have a dispenser. It is the most obnoxious thing in the world, but that's what we've got, so that's what I'm using. I also have, hang on, let me take this and then I'll talk. I also have these tubs here that are full of homeschooling supplies. We haven't homeschooled for a few years now, and the girls love the school that they're at, and we love the school that they're at. It's a great community, so it's pretty safe to say that we're not going back to it. So I think it's time to go through these boxes and finally let go of some of the things. So that's probably what's going to fill at least this first box, if not a couple of them. But yeah, so if you have tips for what helps you get rid of stuff, I would love to hear them because some things are easy for me and some things are really difficult. Like I've held on to this stuff for, let's see, how many, 2 or 3 years now, and I feel like I shouldn't have because it's all grade specific anyway. So no matter what, I was going to need to either get something new if we went back to homeschooling or get rid of it. But I don't know. So like stuff like this, craft supplies I find really hard to let go of. Even if it's a craft that I haven't done in a while, like I'm always waiting for that sort of hyper-focus interest to come back around and for me to want to do the thing again. And I don't want to get rid of the supplies because they were expensive to buy the first time. And I don't want to have to reinvest or rebuy anything. But at the same time, like it's just sitting there. I'm not using it. I could use the space or the mental freedom, you know, because every time I look at it too, it's also a little bit like, I should do that thing. And I don't need that kind of guilt either. So like, why is it so hard to get rid of? I don't know, but it is. Right now, what I'm going to do is go through these tubs and see if I can fill my first box. Okay, so I went through the first box and it's mostly like preschool stuff, a little bit of kindergarten. So I let go of almost all of that, but I did find some like money flashcards and some time telling flashcards that I think I'm going to keep. I found some play money that I'll give the kids. Probably going to regret this because it's a lot of little pieces, but we'll see. I might reconsider this one. But the flashcards the kids can work with, I know that they have been learning both money and time, 2 of them. So they might be interested in that. There's also this Be on Time, like bingo board game thing that I feel like I want to give to my middleist teacher because they are working on time and maybe they would find it fun. But I also don't want to be like that parent that's like, here's crap that you'll never use. I don't know. But maybe my kids would like to play it too. I'll let them look at this stuff when they get home from school and see how they feel about it. If they're not interested, then I'll just get rid of it. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, on to the second tub. I'm getting rid of most of this second box too. I did find a book of narrations that my oldest kept when we were first homeschooling. And I'm going to keep that because they're adorable. I also found some handwriting books, and a timeline binder, and those I'm just going to throw away. And then there's a couple books in here that I think my oldest especially would like to read now, so I'll probably keep those and pass those along to her. But for the most part, everything is going, and I've got 1.5, a little more than half. This book, the second box is almost full, but it could fit a few more things in there. So I'm going to round that out, and then I'll have 2 boxes out of 25 down. So it's a pretty good start, I would say. Also, I think I decided I'm not going to give them the play quarters. I just don't want to be finding plastic quarters everywhere for forever. So we're just going to get rid of those. Saturday. We are on our way to go see Six, the musical. I've never seen it before. I don't know anything other than like the general premise. I have not listened to any of the music, so this is an entirely new experience for me and for both of us. I'm the theater nerd in the family, so I would be the only one who would expect to know anything about it, but I do not. So I'm excited. We're going to the Orpheum. It should be a good time. in here is terrible. I apologize, but the bathroom is done. Got our plants up above the toilet. The mirror is hung and is clean. The opposite little counter over there is still a mess, but I'll clean that up. But yeah, I actually really like how this shower curtain hack turned out. So I just hung the shower curtain above and in front of the old shower doors, and you totally can't tell that they're there when it's closed. I love it. It looks so much better. 6 was so good. I went into that totally blind, and it was so much fun. I love when something is like something historical makes you want to learn more about the true history. Like 6 obviously is not the most historically accurate or like true to life portrayal of those 6 women, but it was so much fun and it made me want to learn more about them. So like on the way home and afterwards, I was Googling all the facts about all the different wives, and you know some of it. I mean, it's not uncommon knowledge, but it was so fun. We also watched Reign like a long time ago, and that was another one that made me do that, like research the actual historical figures. That one's about Mary Queen of Scots. But yeah, so this gave me like a similar vibe where it's really fun and modern and poppy and just like, yeah, it's just a really good time. And I'm so glad that we went. It was so much fun. But yeah, so now the bathroom is officially mostly done. I have a new like a new hook for up here and a new what do you call it? Like a toilet paper bracket or whatever coming in the mail. And we replaced our faucet. Let me see. I want to turn this thing around. Oops. Okay, so we replaced our faucet. Don't mind all the trash from the curtain with this like black one with these older style handles. I don't know. I really like it. It's cute. Yeah, we've been having a good time redoing stuff, finishing up this project. The paint saga. What we ended up having to do was add this thing called Floetrol that like makes the paint stay wet longer, I think, or makes it flow better. We did that, and then we also did all of the trimming, rolling, and mini rolling, and all of that all at once on every wall. And you can still kind of see the problem areas, but it's not nearly as bad as it was, and this was like our 4th or 5th coat, so we're just calling it good and we're gonna live with it. You can only see them in certain lights, so it's fine, but for now, we're just calling it good, calling it done. I think now I would like to get some new towels for in here. The girls mostly use this bathroom, and any guests that are coming. But they just have like pink towels and beach towels. So I'm thinking like a deep orange color to go with the green. Contrast like a terracotta orange, a burnt orange. Let me see if I can set this down. Hang on. That's what I'm thinking. But for now, this is done. I feel pretty good about it. I now need to move on and figure out what the next project is going to be. Right now, I am just going to settle in and read. I'm reading Notes on an Execution by Daniel Kafka. I'm about halfway through it. It's very well done, but it's very dark and heavy, and I'm really craving something lighter. So I'm kind of trying to push through and get that one done so I can move on a little bit. I'm also listening to Maybe in Another Life by Taylor Jenkins Reid. It's one of her older ones, but it's my first Taylor Jenkins Reid. So that's going well. I just started that one because I finished my other audiobook yesterday. Yeah, I also recently finished Day One by Abigail Dean. That's the one that's about the aftermath of a school shooting. It was a hard read as expected, but I also felt like it was a little, I don't know. I just felt like it really didn't add anything to the discussion, if that makes any sense. Like I thought it was more of a thriller type vibe than a literary novel, and which wasn't what I expected. And I don't even know if that's fair, but I just didn't really like it that much. I felt like it was a good concept, but it was poorly executed. It was okay. I'm not sure that I would recommend it. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Like I said, we're moving on to another project, but my brain is going to need a little bit of a break first. So that's where I'm going to end the vlog for this week. Thank you so much for being here and for watching, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.